Hello and welcome to the channel. President Tinubu yesterday shared his thought on the late M.K.O Abiola, winner of the 1993 annulled presidential election, who later died in controversial circumstances. He spoke also on what he has in store for Nigerians as they grapple with the after effect of subsidy removal. Subscribe, like, share, and comment. Thank you. Democracy Day. Tinubu hails M.K.O Abiola, promises to ease subsidy removal pains. President Bola Tinubu on Monday hailed the winner of the June 12, 1993 presidential election, Chief M.K.O Abiola. He described the late businessman who died in suspicious circumstances after his election was annulled by the late General Sani Abacha as the symbol of democracy. Tinubu, who acknowledged the hardship being faced by Nigerians in the aftermath of the fuel subsidy removal, said his administration will reward their sacrifices with massive investment in transportation, infrastructure, education, regular power supply, healthcare, and other public utilities that will improve their quality of life. The president, who said he identified with the pain of Nigerians, argued that the temporal discomfort was necessary to save the country from going under. I feel your pain. This is one decision we must bear to save our country from going under and take our resources away from the stranglehold of a few unpatriotic elements, Tinubu said in his maiden Democracy Day address to Nigerians as president. In his inaugural speech on May 29, the president stated that subsidy can no longer justify its ever-increasing cost in the wake of drying resources. Therefore, it had to go. The Punch reported that the aftermath of Tinubu's announcement was the increase in petrol pump price from 195 naira to 537 naira nationwide, alongside an ancillary price increase. Addressing the aftermath of the move, he said, "It is for this reason that in my inauguration address on May 29, I gave effect to the decision taken by my predecessor in office to remove the fuel subsidy albatross and free up for collective use the much-needed resources which had hitherto been pocketed by a few rich. I admit that the decision will impose an extra burden on the masses of our people. Painfully, I have asked you, my compatriots, to sacrifice a little more for the survival of our country. For your trust and belief in us, I assure you that your sacrifices shall not be in vain. The government I lead will repay you through massive investment in transportation infrastructure, education, regular power supply, healthcare, and other public utilities that will improve the quality of lives." Speaking of the rule of law, the president said his administration will not condone conflicting and illegal orders that undermine Nigeria's democracy. He also described the bill he signed into law on June 8 for the harmonization of the retirement age for judicial officials as one of many policy reforms to come. For Chief M.K.O Abiola, the symbol of this day in whose memory June 12 became a national holiday, democracy is internal. It is about the rule of law and vibrant judiciary that can be trusted to deliver justice and strengthen institutions. It has become imperative to state here that the unnecessary illegal orders used to truncate or abridge democracy will no longer be tolerated. The recent harmonization of the retirement age for judicial officers is meant to strengthen the rule of law, which is a critical pillar of democracy. The reform has just started, he said. President Tinubu described the February and March elections as a true testament of Nigeria's democratic journey, adding that the current legal contestations of the results are the beauty of democracy. He said, "This year we held the seventh in the cycle of elections that have become sacred rituals of our democratic practice in this dispensation since 1999. That the polls were intensely contested is in itself positive evidence that democracy is well and alive in our land. It is only natural that even as those who won and experienced victory in the various elections are elated and fulfilled, Those who lost are disenchanted and disappointed. But the beauty of democracy is that those who win today can lose tomorrow, and those who lose today will have an opportunity to compete and win in the next round of elections. Those who cannot endure and accept the pain of defeat in elections do not deserve the joy of victory when it is their turn to triumph. Above all, those who disagree with the outcome of the elections are taking full advantage of the constitutional provisions to seek redress in court, and that is one of the reasons why democracy is still the best form of government invented by man, Tinubu added. Reminiscing on the 1993 struggles that ushered in a civilian government in 1999, the president venerated the chief M.K.O Abiola, Kudirat Abiola, Alfred Rewane, and Major General Shehu Yaradua, who were silenced by the military junta, saying they gave their yesterday for the liberty that is ours today. Subscribe, like, share, comment, and please turn the notification bell on. Thank you. We can easily recall the sacrifice and martyrdom of Chief M.K.O Abiola, the custodian of the sacred mandate that was so cruelly annulled. He sacrificed his life in unyielding patriotic defense of the ideals of democracy, as symbolized in his choice by his fellow countrymen and women as their duly elected president. There was an easier choice for him. It was to forego the justice of his cause and opt for the path of ease and capitulation in the face of the tyranny of power. To his eternal credit and immortal glory, Abiola said no. He demonstrated the time-tested eternal truth that there are certain ideals and principles that are far more valuable than life itself, said the president. Therefore, he urged Nigerians not to take the liberty they now enjoy for granted as it was obtained through great sacrifice. The point is that we must never take this democracy for granted. We must forever jealously guard and protect it like a precious jewel. For a people can never truly appreciate the freedoms and rights democracy guarantees them until they lose it. He pledged his administration's commitment to diligently fulfill every component of its electoral pact with the people, the renewed hope agenda. We shall be faithful to truth, faithful to equity, and faithful to justice. We shall exercise our authority and mandate to govern with fairness, respect for the rule of law, and commitment to always uphold the dignity of all our people, the president concluded. That's the news, guys. Thanks for listening. Until next time, bye.